What really happens when the world's most searched questions about BTS are finally read out loud by BTS themselves? What if some of those questions are funny, some are awkward, and one of them might reveal something fans were never supposed to notice? Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jikook Lover. Today we're talking about a moment that is quietly exploding across the internet. When the members of BTS sat down to answer the most searched questions about themselves on Google, nobody expected what would happen next. Some answers made fans laugh, some made ARMY emotional, and one particular reaction has now sparked a wave of speculation across the internet. But before we dive into this unbelievable moment, make sure to like this video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Jikook Lover for more viral BTS updates you won't find anywhere else. Because the real question is, what actually happened when BTS started reading the internet's most curious questions about them? In the age of the internet, curiosity travels faster than anything else in the world. Every second, somewhere on the planet, someone is typing a question into a search bar. A simple sentence, a quiet curiosity, a mystery waiting for an answer. And among the millions of names that appear in those searches every single day, one name rises above almost all others. BTS. For years, fans, casual listeners, and even people who barely know K-pop have searched the same things about them. Questions about their lives, questions about their friendships, questions about their personalities, and sometimes questions that go far deeper than anyone expected. Most of these questions live quietly inside the vast world of Google searches, hidden behind algorithms and statistics. Fans may wonder what the members would think if they ever saw those questions themselves. Would they laugh? Would they be shocked? Would they feel embarrassed? Or would some of those questions reveal something the public was never meant to notice? For the longest time, nobody truly knew, until one moment changed everything. In a studio that looked surprisingly simple, the members of BTS gathered together for what seemed like a light and casual interview. There were no massive concert stages, no roaring crowds, no dramatic lighting, just a clean white background, a few chairs, a camera, and a stack of cards. At first glance, it looked like the kind of interview fans had seen many times before. The members sat comfortably, dressed stylishly yet relaxed, exchanging small smiles with one another as the cameras began to roll. But there was one small detail that made this moment different from everything else. The cards in front of them contained questions taken directly from Google. Real questions. Questions typed by millions of curious people around the world. Some of them were harmless, some of them were unexpected, and a few might have been a little too personal. The atmosphere in the room felt playful at first. Some members leaned back in their chairs. Others glanced at the cards with curious smiles. It was clear that even they didn't fully know what they were about to read. And that uncertainty created something rare and fascinating. Because for once, the world's biggest K-pop group was about to face the same unpredictable curiosity that lives on the internet. When the first card was picked up, the room filled with quiet anticipation. One member looked down at the question, his eyebrows lifting slightly. Another leaned forward, trying to read it before it was even spoken aloud. And when the words were finally read, the room exploded with laughter. It was the kind of spontaneous laughter that can't be scripted. Some members covered their faces, others leaned back in disbelief. It was obvious that even they didn't expect the internet to ask something like that. Within seconds, the relaxed atmosphere of the interview had transformed into something far more entertaining. And that was only the beginning. As more cards were picked up, the questions became increasingly surprising. Some were sweet, some were awkward, and some caused the members to look at each other with expressions that fans would later analyze again and again. Because one thing about BTS is undeniable. Every smile, every glance, every tiny reaction can become a story of its own. And in the world of ARMY, even the smallest moment can spark endless discussion. But what nobody expected was how quickly one particular moment from that interview would spread across the internet. A short clip, only a few seconds long, yet powerful enough to capture the attention of millions. At first, it looked like nothing more than another funny interview moment. Fans shared the clip, laughing at the members' reactions. But as more people watched it closely, something began to feel different. There was a look, a pause, a reaction that lasted just a little longer than expected. And suddenly, fans everywhere began to notice the same thing. Something about that moment felt unusual. Not dramatic, not shocking, but just mysterious enough to make people curious. Soon, social media platforms began filling with discussions. Armies replayed the clip again and again. Some slowed the video down to examine every expression. Others analyzed the members' reactions frame by frame. What they discovered only made the mystery deeper, because hidden among the laughter and playful answers was a tiny detail that many people had missed the first time. A quick glance between two members, a reaction that seemed slightly different from the others, and a response that sounded almost too honest for a casual interview. Was it just a joke? Or was it something more? That question quickly spread through online communities. Within hours, fans across different countries were discussing the same moment. Some believed it meant nothing. Others were convinced it meant everything. And the more people watched the interview, the more details they began to notice. A subtle smile, a small moment of hesitation, a reaction that looked almost surprised. Suddenly, what started as a simple Google interview had turned into one of the most talked about BTS moments online. But the real twist had not even happened yet, because as the interview continued, the questions from Google became even more unexpected. Some of them made the members laugh uncontrollably. Some made them pause before answering. And one question in particular changed the entire atmosphere in the room. When that question appeared, the playful energy suddenly faded. The members looked at each other. Someone let out a nervous laugh. Another member shifted slightly in his chair. For a brief moment, it felt as if the entire room had gone quiet, and fans watching the clip later would all notice the exact same thing. The reaction, a reaction that lasted only a few seconds, yet somehow felt incredibly significant. Was it surprise? Was it embarrassment? Or was it something far more complicated that fans were only beginning to understand? The internet thrives on mysteries, and when those mysteries involve BTS, curiosity spreads faster than anyone can predict. Soon, the interview clip was everywhere. TikTok edits, YouTube reactions, fan discussions across forums and social media. Everyone seemed to be asking the same question. What exactly happened in that moment? Was it just another funny BTS interview? Or did the internet accidentally reveal something that had always been hiding in plain sight? Because if you look closely at that moment, if you watch the reactions carefully enough, you might begin to wonder something that fans are now debating around the world. Was that simply an innocent answer? Or was it a tiny clue about something much bigger that BTS never planned to reveal? And if that moment truly meant something more, then the biggest question of all remains unanswered. Did BTS realize what they had just revealed to the world? Or are fans simply seeing a mystery that was never meant to exist in the first place? The moment continued to echo across the internet long after the interview itself had ended. Fans who had watched the video casually at first suddenly returned to it with a different kind of attention. Every second felt important now. Every expression seemed like it might hide a clue. For a group as globally watched as BTS, even the smallest moment can transform into a worldwide discussion. And this time was no different. Clips from the interview began appearing everywhere. Edits slowed down the reactions. Screenshots captured subtle expressions. Some fans even compared the moment to older interviews, wondering if there had always been hints that people simply never noticed before. What made the situation even more intriguing was how natural everything looked in the original video. There was no dramatic music, no sudden tension, just the members sitting together, answering questions the way they always do, playful, relaxed, and full of their usual chemistry. Yet that one brief exchange refused to disappear from fans' minds. Some viewers believed the moment was nothing more than harmless teasing between close friends. Others believed it revealed a deeper level of honesty that only appeared because the questions came directly from the internet. And perhaps that was the most fascinating part of the entire situation. When questions come from millions of people around the world, there is no script powerful enough to predict every reaction. Because sometimes the most revealing answers are the ones that happen unexpectedly, before anyone even realizes what they have said. Which leads to another question that fans are now asking more than ever. If the members of BTS truly didn't expect those Google questions, could their spontaneous reactions have revealed something that fans were never meant to see? Thinking face,